Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the world of data. We're going to decode the roles, the tools, and the people who turn simple, everyday facts into decisions that can literally change the game for a company. So let's start with something you've done probably 1,000 times. You're online, you see a winter coat you like, and you click buy. It feels like a single, simple action, right? But what you don't see is that this one click sparks an incredible, invisible journey. And that click, well, it just created a piece of data. Right at this moment, it's just a raw fact, a little blip in a system somewhere. But it's about to be transformed into something way more powerful, meaningful information. This transformation isn't random. It follows a really well-defined path called the data lifecycle. This is the process that takes that raw, lonely fact about your coat purchase and turns it into an insight that a business can actually act on. Okay, so here's the journey your data takes. First, it's captured at the point of sale. Then it gets whisked away and stored securely in a huge digital warehouse in the cloud. After that, it has to be processed and scrubbed clean to make sure it's accurate. Only then can it be analyzed for really useful patterns. And this whole thing, it needs a team of expert guides to make it happen. So who exactly are these guides? Well, in pretty much any data-driven company, you're going to find a whole team of specialists, and each one has a crucial role to play. Let's meet the key players. First up, we've got the data engineers. Honestly, the best way to think of them is as the plumbers and builders of the data universe. They're the ones who construct the entire infrastructure, all the digital pipes and storage tanks that let information flow smoothly and reliably from where it starts to where it needs to end up. And to build all this, they use some seriously powerful tools like SQL, Python, and Spark. With these, they build and maintain these massive data pipelines that can handle millions of transactions, just like your coat purchase, every single day. Let's be real. Without them, there's no data to even analyze. So once that data is flowing cleanly through the pipes that the engineers built, the data analysts step in. These folks are the detectives. They're the ones who sift through all that raw information, looking for clues, for patterns, for anything out of the ordinary, trying to figure out what it all means. They use tools like Power BI and Tableau to turn all those raw numbers into a story that people can actually understand. They build the reports and the dashboards that answer the really important business questions like, which coat styles are flying off the shelves in Boston? Or, hey, why did our sales suddenly tank last Tuesday? But what if you want to look forward instead of backward? Well, that's where the data scientists come into the picture. They are kind of the fortune tellers of the data world. They use everything that's happened in the past to build these complex models that actually predict what's going to happen next. To do this, they're using programming languages like Python and machine learning frameworks like TensorFlow to build these predictive models. They're the ones answering the really juicy, forward-looking questions, like how many winter coats should we even order for next year? Or which specific customers are most likely to buy our new line of boots? Okay, so we've got our engineers, our analysts, and our scientists all humming along, working with the data. But who designs the whole system? Who draws up the master plan that even allows them to work together in the first place? That, my friends, brings us to the data architect. Yeah, if the data engineer is the builder, the data architect is absolutely the city planner. Before a single digital brick gets laid, they design the entire blueprint for the company's data city. They're deciding where the information highways go, where the residential customer data is going to live, and how the industrial sales data gets processed. They make sure it all just works, and, crucially, that it can grow. Their biggest contribution is foresight. They're making those huge, big-picture calls like, how does a customer record relate to an order record? How will information flow from a store all the way to a manager's dashboard? They're picking the right tech and planning for growth years down the road, basically setting the rules of the road for the entire team. All right, we've met all the players. Now let's put them together on a mission. Imagine our retail company decides it's time for a massive company-wide technology upgrade. This is a high-stakes situation where every single one of these roles is absolutely critical. So the mission is this. Move everything from an old, clunky, in-house system to a modern, powerful cloud platform like SAP S/4HANA. We're talking sales, inventory, the whole shebang. It's a huge project, and it needs every data role working in perfect harmony, all without letting the business grind to a halt. And here's how you see this team work like a well-oiled machine. The architect kicks it all off, designing the blueprint for the new system. Then, migration specialists swoop in to move all the old data, making sure it's clean and secure. The engineer gets busy building brand new pipelines, connecting the stores to the cloud. The analyst is on it immediately, creating dashboards so managers can track sales in real time. And the scientist, they use all this new, beautiful data to build a smarter product recommendation engine. It's a perfect symphony of skills. And this is exactly why this all matters. That journey from your one little click to a massive company innovation, it just goes to show you, data is a team sport. It's not about one person. No single role, not the plumber, not the detective, and not the fortune teller, can unlock its true power all by themselves. It's the collaboration that creates the real magic. So we've seen how this incredible world is built by this incredible team, each with their own unique and vital skills. And as data keeps reshaping every industry, every part of our lives, the only real question left is, which of these roles might you want to play?